Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. As you can see, this is our agenda for today, June 17th, and I welcome all of you in our KW technology community. Again, that is all MC Techs and technology ambassadors. So thank you for being here. Thanks for the confirmation of the sound. And let's go ahead and dive into what we have on our schedule for today. And the first topic that we'll talk about, as usual, is the status of the KW website's rollout. To talk about this, I'm going to switch over and show you the page. When you click on KW websites, as you see there on the screenshot to the left, it brings you to the screen you see on the right, introducing your new website. And on that page, there is a link to the rollout schedule. So let's just take a quick look at where we stand on the rollout schedule. So I'm going to bet that the majority of you on the call have fallen into one of the rollout groups 1 through 7. And if you notice, the date when those are launching is complete. So groups 1 through 7, all the way down, have been completed. We realize there are some agents here and there in those groups which may not have their websites yet, and I'll talk in a minute about what we can do to make sure they have them. And really what's remaining is group 8. These are primarily our market centers in Canada, and so because their listing data is a little bit different than the MLSs here in the US, we are working agreements so that they can have their listings and IDX on their website. So that is the next batch. And from then on, for new agents who come on board in any of the United States MLS areas, any of those market centers, we will be doing, I believe it's going to start next week or very soon, we will start doing daily feeds to Playster. So that would be anybody in our systems who is eligible for a website, I'll talk about what that means in a minute, gets sent to Playster, and then it'll take about 48 hours for them to make those websites available to those associates. So, and that will happen daily. So as new agents come on, within a couple of days, they'll get that invitation from Playster letting them know that their website is ready. And then the next batch of sites, I see a question coming in right now about it, will be to focus on the market center websites. So stay tuned for more information on that. Right now, the focus is on getting all agents provisioned with their websites. All right, so let me switch back one more time. So again, talking about eligibility for websites, agents who are eligible and whose MLS has rolled out will have this Go to My Website button when they go to this page that you're seeing. If it's not there, and I know we've said this on the last few webinars, we still continue to get a lot of calls on this in support. If that link isn't there and you're seeing the message at the bottom of that you're seeing here on the left screenshot, then it's most likely because they're missing an MLS ID. They don't have an agent role, or they don't have an MLS ID in White Pages, and or they don't have their KW.com email account created yet. And just another reminder that there is a report out there on MYKW. It's under the Web Statistics folder. The report name is Agent MLS ID and Email Summary, and this is what it looks like. So it answers the question, who in my market center is missing those pieces of information? Once they get filled in, as I said, once that daily feed starts going, then once those agents get that information filled in, they'll get sent to Playster on the next daily feed, and they should be receiving an invitation a couple of days after that. So more information on exactly when that is starting, when we have it. I've just been given that it will happen soon, in the very near future, probably in the next week or two. Let's see. Yes, we are also trying to get together a very clear, the question came through, are we going to get a price matrix for Playster? So we are collaborating with them to be able to give you just that, so that all agents know this is what the Keller Williams associates get which we are calling the KW website. So when you join Keller Williams with your tech fee, you get the KW website. What does that package look like versus if you were to upgrade and purchase that with Playster, what would those extra features be? So we are working on getting a very clear matrix of what those are and what those charges are. So that will be forthcoming. And then also what we're doing is on the KW website resource, and that is on KWU Connect. And I will, again, pause the presentation and bring up that screen for you. This is definitely a link to bookmark. In fact, I'm going to paste it into the chat window, so you all should have just gotten it now. But the KW website resource page is, again, evolving as the rollout continues. But once you're in KW Connect and you find this page, it's classified as a resource. It's really meant to be everything that you can drive new agents to and current agents for everything they need to get their website up and running and keep it going and learning more. So this login button that's on the screen will eventually be updated so it takes you right into the website. And then some links below, what's a demo of my website look like, what's it going to do, the rollout schedule. There's a setup icon that just takes agents through the very basic necessary steps to get their website live. And then we have more videos on what to do next once you've launched your website. Again, there is a workshop that is a facilitator's guide and some supplemental documents that you can download to teach a Playster workshop in your market center, and then finally a link to our expanding knowledge base of FAQs. On this page, you'll see my mouse hovering over the videos link. Maybe you don't see my mouse. I will highlight it right there. So this is where we are adding to pretty frequently right now. About once a week we have a new video added here, and I'm going to actually walk through one of them on today's webinar. So the two new ones are here at the bottom. I'm actually going to walk through this one first this week. Write your first blog post on your KW website, and then we'll cover enhance pages and blog posts with images on an upcoming webinar. Okay, so somebody's asking where is the link? Did it not come through? Let me try one more time. This time I'll try to send it through the questions field. Okay, so you all should have hopefully gotten the link now. Okay, great. Okay. So let's talk about your KW website and blogging, because that's one very important feature of your website that is actually very effective and very easy to use. And so, and as always, the slides that you're seeing right now are available for you to get through the trainer toolbox. So if you wanted to use this and teach a little workshop in your market center on starting a blog with your KW website, you could absolutely do that and change these slides up as you need to. But the opening slide is just really hammering home the importance of blogging. It really goes back to the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So one of the key messages, and there are many from that book, is that it's important for you to be seen, not only to be the local expert, but to be seen as the local expert. You've got to get it out there that you are the authority on your local area. What you want is that when people are looking for information on your local area, they're coming to you, they're coming to your website. You are the source, you're the authority on your community. So one way you can address that and also improve SEO for your whole website is to really get into the habit of blogging on a regular basis. It can really literally pay off. There's this, and what you're about to see, this is coming to us compliments. We've collaborated with Playster to bring you these training videos. One statistic that they've collected is that businesses who blog regularly generate 67% more leads than those who don't. So what's really great, first of all, about your KW website is that everybody gets 4 pre-written blog posts right out of the box. Obviously, these can be edited, and you would want to edit these so that not everybody has exactly the same content on all their websites. That doesn't really help SEO. So you'll want to, this is a great way to just get comfortable with the interface, would be to edit the existing blogs. So once logged into your KW website admin system, at the top you'll have this navigation menu. You'll just go to blog posts, and then there you'll see these 4. Again, everybody has these starting off when they first activate their website. And then what you could do is just click the plus sign when you're ready to create your own blog post. So once you're comfortable working with the interface, you can create your own, and we'll walk through how to do that today. The first thing, though, is to think about what you want to write about, and the best advice is to write about something that you know well, so that it's in your voice and it's easy for you to create content. So you could use market statistics, put your commentary on that, or local festivals, events, anything going on in your area, future developments, just showing that you are knowledgeable at both a macro and a micro level. Also keep in mind that with your KW website, you can create new blog posts unlimited. You can make as many as you want to. So your website can just continue to grow and gain more SEO the more that you blog. So as you see here, how do you start? You click that plus sign. That's going to open up the screen where you begin creating your new blog post. This is the post content editor. And each of these fields has a different purpose and some tips that go along with each one. So the first, the title, this is what's going to show at the top of your blog post page. And also, when you think about what topics you want to write about, think about your keywords. So with blogging, keywords are hugely important. You want to make sure that you're using your specific keywords to make sure that your page is getting ranked when people are searching for your topic or your keywords. You want to make sure that your keyword is in the title. So let's just say, for example, that our keyword would be home warranty in Texas. We want to be the authority on that. So we want to make sure that those words are in our title and that they are as close to the beginning of the title as possible. Then the next item that you'll complete in your website content editor is the SLUG. Once you type in your title, then the SLUG is going to be automatically generated. And what is a SLUG? That becomes the URL for your specific blog page, or any page has a SLUG. Same thing here. You want to make sure that your SLUG includes keywords, and you also want it to be as short as possible. Anything you can do to shorten that up and make it simple and intuitive, that's going to help you with SEO as well. Then you get down to the content, and this is where you just what it says, post your content here, and we'll go through some tips about content. And you can see that you have a content editor available. Make use, explore these different tools, play around, see what looks good, but the rule here is that length is strength, and you want your posts to be longer, and you want them to be engaging, because one of the things Google looks at is what they call dwell time. That's how long people stay on your page. The longer people stay, the more important Google thinks your page is. So the longer your blog posts are and the more engaging it is, again, not today, but in a couple of weeks, we'll talk about bringing in pictures and videos, but the more interesting your page is, the longer people stay there, and that tells Google, oh, this is a high quality page. And again, what does it mean by longer content? Aim for 1,900 words or more on your page. Keywords, again, make sure that those appear within the first 100 words of your post. So there's home warranty showing right up. You also want to include links, outbound and inbound links in the content of your blog. So as you can see here, you've got a link icon on your content toolbar, and pretty intuitive. You just highlight the text. This is going to be your anchor text, and make that a hyperlink to either an outbound or internal source of information. So if you're doing outbound links, it's recommended that every 1,000 word you're adding between 2 and 4 outbound links, and so that you're linking out to other websites that are related to your topic, and they are authorities on your topic. So take a good look at who you're linking to, because it's going to reflect on you the quality of those sites you are directing your visitors to. So you want to make sure you are thinking about that, but when you have those outbound links to good quality authority sites, that helps you out. Google considers those relevancy signals, and it also shows Google that your page is part of that hub of information on your topic. You also want to be linking internally, so to other blog posts on your own site or other pages on your site. You want 2 or 3 internal links within every single post. Again, driving more traffic back to your own site. And again, content is more than just words. It's photos, it's videos, it's podcasts, and each one of those items can have keywords built into. So again, we'll come back and talk about adding other elements to your blog, but today it's really just about making sure you have long, engaging, original content. This is where each of those elements pops up. So when you're looking, this is Kevin's Dream Key website. So this particular post on his website, you can see the slug, the title, and then the content, where that actually shows up when it's viewed on the website. And it's real time. If you go back to your editor, make a short change, make a quick change, save it, it'll take effect immediately on your website. I'm getting a bunch of questions, so I'm trying to keep my eyes on 2 different things here. But one question I do want to answer immediately is, if you link out to another site, what would make them come back to your site? One way to get around that is that when you add a hyperlink into your blog post and you're sending somebody to an external link, an outbound link, have that external link open in a new tab. That way they haven't left your site is still open in one tab, and then the new link is open in a separate tab. So there's a setting when you add hyperlinks to have it open in a new tab or a new window so that they don't close your site. That's a really great question. So now we're back in your KW website admin screen. You've done the required fields, the title, the slug, and the content. You've got to do those at least. Then you have some optional areas, which are very easy to fill in. So let's take a look at those. The next 2 are your excerpt and your featured image. So the excerpt allows you to have just a preview of your content, and that will be showing up on your site's homepage or wherever you have on your website an index of all of your different blog posts. I'll show you an example in a minute. So this can just be, the first sentence or 2 of your blog post, or anything that really sums it up and is going to get people's attention to read the whole post. And you can also upload a featured image that will sit alongside of that excerpt on your homepage or your blog index. One tip for those of you who are taking advantage of the Madison theme that is only available to Keller Williams Associates, when you upload your featured image, and that's your theme, then the recommended size is 1600 by 500 pixels. And if you use that size, then it's going to look really great here. So again, this is the blog index, or this is what you might see on your home page, where you see images on the left side of little snippets of what will be in the blog, and then on the right you see your excerpts. And then when you open the blog post, if you're using the Madison theme, then you're going to have that nice featured image automatically put at the top of your blog post as well. And again, that's why you want to stick to those dimensions of 1600 pixels wide, 500 pixels tall. And again, all of this is in the slides that you can download, and I'll even make it easy and send you a link to these slides towards the end of the webinar. Finally, going down the page on your content editor, there's two more fields there. These are to further boost SEO. They're your meta title and meta description. And these are displayed when your post shows up in somebody's search results. So this is meta information that helps customers understand what is on your website or what is on your page. So the meta title, again, and I'll show you what these look like. Actually, let's just skip ahead. So if somebody's Googling home warranties in Texas, they'll have a page of results, and if this particular blog post showed up in somebody's results, this is what it might look like. So the meta title, which you're filling in here, and the meta description show up like this. You want to try to keep the title to 55 characters or less, and your description to 155 characters or less. If it's any longer than that, just like you see here on the screen, it'll just cut it off and add the ellipses. So again, if you want to make sure that people know you're the authority on Texas home warranties, then make sure that's in your title, make sure that's in your description. We don't mention Texas here, but I think you get the idea. All right, so a few questions came in. If you haven't chosen the Madison theme, then the featured image it'll still show up here when you have your list of blog posts featured on your home page. So the featured image would just be used there. The only difference when you're using the Madison theme is that you also get that image posted at the top or included at the top of your blog post like this. This is the Madison theme. Okay, and then the description characters, try to stick to 155 for the description and 55 for the meta title. Okay. All right, so keep questions coming. If I don't have an answer, I will research them. Some of them involve me talking to our Playster, or rather our website's product team. So I will definitely get back to you with those answers when I have them. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about is just a reminder that MegaCamp is not far. By a show of hands, how many of you plan to be there? It's August 9th through 12th this year in Austin, as always. So you can raise your hand if you're going to be there. All right, good. I'm seeing some hands, seeing a good number of hands. That's exciting, great. So, of course, I know you're all coming just because of this. On Thursday, August 11th, it'll be in the morning. I believe it's going to be from 9 to 11, so roughly that time we will have a room for MC Techs and ambassadors. And this year will be a little different. We have leadership that we would like you to get to know. Our executive level technology leaders are going to be there, and they're going to be sharing, bringing you in and helping you understand and help communicate out our vision, our long-term vision for a KW technology platform powered by more than 140,000 agents. So what does that mean? It'll just help everybody put into perspective and appreciate the big picture, you know, where we've been, where we are, where we're going, how it all ties together as far as technology goes. So with that, I would like to know, and I'm going to actually send you a link right now. We have a Google form where you can type your answer into this. If you don't do it right now, that's fine. You can answer it later. But we just want to make sure that we're also addressing any of the burning questions you might have about technology, or anything related to technology. So let me send you all that link. Okay, through the chat in your GoToWebinar module, you should see a link to a Google form. So if you have questions, instead of typing them into the GoToWebinar questions, if you could open up that link to the Google form and put it there, then we'll have a nice collection of questions that we can have access to and have ready for you at the event. Okay, speaking of events, we have webinars. So again, on the home page of MYKW, you get this big picture of a calendar on the bottom right corner, and that, you should probably know by now, takes you into KW Connect, where you have a calendar, and that calendar has our technology webinars on it. If you just type in the keyword technology within the calendar, so not this search window, but this search window, type in technology, and then over here under My Calendars, turn off all calendars except KWRI, and then you're going to see all of the webinars that we have coming up. So the next two lined up would be June 20th, which is Monday, Spotlight on Technology, Spotlight on KW Technology. That will be Kevin, and he is going to talk to you about the new, well, recently added ability in My Marketing to connect one campaign to another. So when one campaign expires, you no longer have to be on top of that and manually move all your contacts onto a new campaign. You can set it up to do that automatically right from the start. So he's going to be showing off that. And then on the 27th, we call that our Leading Edge Technology Strategy Series, where we interview a KW associate who's using technology at a high level. And this time we're going to talk with Adi Pavlovic. He is our Senior Technology Research Analyst. He's here at Keller Williams International. You may have seen him on stage with Gary, with the vision speech data. So he's going to jump on that webinar and share some really great research and findings and what that means for agents. So I will check out more questions in a minute. If you are ready to jump off the webinar, you may. I just want to wish you a happy Palindrome Week 2016. So if you didn't notice, every date of this week, if you write it in this format, 6/17/16, for example, is today's date, it's the same number forward and backwards. So this is a week of perfect palindromes. So yes, very cool. Again, more trivia for you to share over the weekend. And that is all I have for you this week. So if you are going to jump off, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day and afternoon, or rather and weekend, and I'll see you back next week. If you are still on, then I will see if any new questions came in that I'm able to answer right now. Thank you, everybody.